Okay, we're back with another viewer request tutorial. We're going to be making a leaf cane today. Here's what you're going to need. Pick out the color green you like, and that'll be your base color. I want you to take the green that you've selected, and I want you to shade it with black until you get a dark version that you like. And then what this is, this looks white under the camera, but I put some actual white. This is our white translucent mix, heavy on the translucent. And then I took that white translucent mix and I put just the tiniest ball from this base green that we started with into here. So this looks white, and on its own would probably look white, but there is just the tiniest hint of a mint tint to it from this olive that I put in here. So pick a color you really like, take some of it and add some black, take a tiny little bit of it, add it to your translucent white, get a snake, a small one of translucent white ready. We're going to need a tiny bit of that, a blade, and we're ready to go. Okay, we're back with our two-tone gradient plug. Here's the tricky part. We're going to cut this into 5 sections, so there's not an even way to do this. You're going to have to go in and eyeball. I like to find where the middle is, and I like to go to either side of that, mark out a slice. There's one, and then these roughly in half will be another one. And then these roughly in half, and there I've marked out my 5 slices. It's not like cutting it in half and then cutting in half again. There's a lot of lines in there. Anyway, what I'm going to do is move this so I don't accidentally slice it. I'm going to cut this into 5 slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Long ways. You want white to green on each piece. And then I took that dark green that we made with the black and I rolled that out on a 4 on my machine. I'm going to lay that down. Then I'm going to take each one of these, stick it on here, and trim it a little bottom. See that? So now it's green to white with a stripe. You're going to do that with each piece. Come on back and I'll show you how to put them together. So you've cut your plug into 5 and you've put a dark green piece on the bottom of each of these. Now I'm going to show you how to start positioning them. These 2 pieces, I want the dark green side to stay to the right. This is my middle piece. I'm not going to touch that. Now these 2 I'm going to flip over because I want the dark green side to be to the left. See that? To the left. Now when these 2 meet up, they'll make more of a center line and it'll follow them all down. So there was the placement. 2 with the dark green to the right. Leave the center piece alone, just move it up. Flip these 2 over so that it's green to white, the dark green going to the left. Now, you come in here, and right where the white starts to change into green, you can almost see a line. That's kind of where I want to start that layer. Then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to squish these 2 together, same thing, right about like that. I'm going to bring these two halves in. Use that for the centerpiece. Now, eventually I'm going to smush all of these together. But what I have is little gaps in here. 1, 2, 3. That's where this snake of white comes in. And that's why I've made it about this size. What I want to do is pinch this into a triangle, the full length, like you're reducing a triangle, get it nice and pointy. Hang on. Okay, see, we're going to make a triangle. We're going to make 3 of those, so get this long enough and try and get a consistent size. Just smush that right out there. So you can get 3 triangle pieces. The width of your cane that you're making. So 1, 2, didn't quite make enough, squeeze another tiny triangle out here. Doesn't have to be exact, just so it fits in the space. Pop that edge. There we go. So then the point of each one of these triangles goes right in here. Boy, I cut those plenty long. I'd rather trim off than not have enough. And I'd rather eyeball than measure most days. So that's what happens. That one in there. Quick trim. Now, take the whole thing, start pushing it together. So the triangles weave in underneath each other. Alright. I'm going to start pushing these. More together. Now I'm pushing it more towards a round shape. You can always undo a round shape, and a round shape is easier to reduce. So let's get this just about round. Keep that straight line at the top there. That's your center line. So this looks pretty rough, but I assure you we're headed in the right direction. Alright, I'm going to take that dark green, still on a 4, and I'm going to wrap this roughly round blob I've made in that before we finish reducing. So it's an outside layer of number 4 green. Alright, so not quite a leaf shape here. With a layer of green out around. And now I'm going to reduce this down a little bit in a round shape. And then I'll shape it into the teardrop I need and reduce it further. So I got it a size I liked in the round mesh shape. I reduced it down, found the top, and shaped a teardrop. It's time for the reveal. There we go. Now, this looks weird, but when you build and you start putting these together, only a little bit of this sticks out of your plant and adds interest and texture. So that's what you have. Once you get these off of here, you can shape them however you want. See? Is it a drop of water? Is it a shine on the leaf? It adds a little interesting texture when you put them all together. And as with any leaf cane, I encourage you to use these leaves however you see fit to build. Be bold. Try new colors. Try a dark color for an accent down there. It would work just as well. So there you have it. By viewer request, if you see a plant that you'd like to make, go ahead, drop it in the comments. I add it to a list and we'll get to a tutorial for you. Till next time.